I get chills every time I see the Wendy sign with the little girl on it. I know that sounds weird, but you'll probably feel the same by the time I'm finished. It's all because of this one time back in the 80s, when I would still go there. The Wendy's by my old neighborhood was one of the really old locations, where they didn't even have the girl on the sign, just the black and yellow poster with old-fashioned hamburgers in big letters. But of course, everyone already recognized the trademark big smile and red pigtails. And that was the whole reason I went to Wendy's. Just about every day on my walk home from school, I'd go a couple blocks out of my way just to pass by and see if a certain someone was working that day. And when she was, I'd always go inside for my usual order. It's been 40 years since those days, but I remember every detail about her. She worked at the register most days of the week, and she was sure the face of the business. She looked as close to the cartoon of the red-headed girl as anyone ever could, but as a fully grown woman. 17-year-old me couldn't get enough of her. I cherished every moment of small talk I could manage, and it made my every day just to know that she recognized me. We even had a little rapport going.
Hey there, Jack. How are you today?
I'm doing just fine now that I'm out of school, I mean.
And will it be your usual order again? Number 1, no tomato?
You know me so well. She must have been 5 or 6 years older than me, but I didn't care. I fantasized, I'll admit it. I started looking forward to going there to get me through the tougher days at school. I definitely didn't tell any of my friends about it though. I swear I wasn't planning anything weird, it's just teenage boys are passionate, you know? But anyways, I got familiar with the routine, so I was quick to notice when something was out of the ordinary. There was one day that I almost didn't go in because of the long line of customers waiting at the register, but then I saw the red hair. I got to the back of the line, and through all the grumbling of impatient customers, I was able to see and hear an argument between the girl and her boss in pretty clear detail.
You're late, again! Don't you see how many customers are backed up?
It wasn't my fault! I got stuck in traffic!
You expect me to believe that garbage for the 5th time this month? Do you understand how many customers I watched walk out while you left the registers unstaffed? Do you understand how much money you're making me lose? I can't afford for you to keep this up.
Why can't you get someone else to run the register, huh? Why don't you do it? You're so out of touch. You'd run these people out the door with your attitude. I keep them coming back.
Oh, please. It's all in your looks. You don't do a thing I couldn't.
I'm about to quit if I don't get some respect.
I'll take that as your 2 weeks' notice unless you get to work.
From that point on, I couldn't tell what happened. They quieted down too much to be heard, probably on purpose. But the line got moving eventually. And after a while of waiting, I finally got up to the front. She looked like she had had a crappy day, so I did my best to cheer her up. Hey, don't quit, okay? Or I won't get to hang out with you anymore.
Oh, don't worry. I was bluffing. I can't quit. I'm too broke.
Well, I've got just enough money to keep buying these burgers until I get your number.
Maybe you'll get that with your first burger as an adult. Okay, kiddo?
Hey, that's coming sooner than you think. Number 1, no tomato, please. But unfortunately, that was the last day I saw her. Well, the last day I spoke to her. I came by the very next day. The first thing I noticed was that they'd updated their sign to have the Wendy's girl. I thought it looked alright and pretty accurate, but I didn't really see why it was necessary. Regardless, I went inside without looking. Well, I preloaded a joke about how she finally made it big or something. But when I entered, she wasn't there. Somebody else was at the register, her boss. I stood in line anyway just to ask, "Hey, boss man, where's Wendy?"
Place your order, please.
Okay. I didn't order anything. I just walked out without a word. I didn't like Wendy's food that much. I just came through for the girl. I figured she quit, which admittedly stung a little. Despite that, I continued to walk by every day the rest of the week, just to take a peek inside and see if she was working again. I never did see her behind the register, but I did notice something else. That sign, the one I thought they'd upgraded, it seemed a little off. Day by day, it changed, shifting slightly, warping, slipping, changing in color. And then, In one world-shattering moment, it dawned on me. The face was only on one side, and it was not the official Wendy's mascot. It was her. The girl disappeared at the same time the face appeared on the sign, and the more I looked, the more obvious it became that it was no cartoon. As I stood there, jaw dropped to the floor, I swear I saw it slip down another inch or two, becoming clearly lopsided. The smile got cut by a wrinkle in the skin, turning it into a desperate, soulless frown. Though I do remember a few details from the court case, which was the talk of the town for a long time. It was her boss that killed her, all because she showed up late to work a few times. And he thought she'd attract just as many customers up there as she did behind the register when she was still alive.